Here's a review of Club de Golf Tiximo. Um, just started it up here. Back tees, first number one pins. So first fairway, it's pretty narrow. Lots of stuff going on here. Lots of random grasses here and there. We've got a bit of a phallic-shaped bunker here. I like that. That's pretty good. We got fences on both sides. We got a house. House that's going to be hard to get to if you're driving. Okay. We got a bit of a deep bunker over here. Bit of a weird smoothing situation going on for both of them. Um, right. It's a pretty narrow fairway. Let's give this a drive. That's probably the straightest drive I've hit in a long time. Okay. So this review is for the purpose of approving the course for the database. So we'll just play through it and see what we see and make some comments and then decide how to go about approving it or not at the end of the round. So I'm guessing a lot of these plants are just random grasses, probably auto-planted. So usually it'd be nice to clean those up a little bit. Now I got 10 miles an hour wind. Not really an easy approach here, kind of blind to the green. We'll see how we do though. It's looking okay. Not bad. Lots of slope around the pin. See if we have a good pat at it. Okay, so it's just barely off the yellow, so that's definitely something that would keep it from being rated tour worthy. Now whether it's approved or not approved remains to be seen, but probably things like that would keep it from being rated tour worthy. Now hopefully I can sink this. Yes, alright. All down. So second hole, elevated tee to another pretty narrow fairway, heading back up towards the green. So green is, again, the pin is very close to not only the fringe, but very close to a steep fall off. I'd say there's enough room that you wouldn't quite call it unfair, but it's borderline. The fairways aren't quite smooth. They're pretty, they could probably use a little bit more smoothing. Like some of these kind of mounds in the fairways don't really look that realistic. It also caused probably balls to bounce off in the wrong direction on some holes, but we'll see. Bunker here is not quite finished, I would say. There needs a bit of work to smooth it. It doesn't need to be that deep, really. Now, so it's uphill, +5, plus maybe a couple more, so it's about 117. Probably go with it quite a bit down lofted sand wedge with this controller. Have a hard time hitting it well enough up when I loft it. And that's going to go off that slope. Okay. So this is going to be tricky, but we'll see. I don't know what firmness the greens are. That did seem pretty soft though. I didn't pick anything, I just went with the defaults. But anyways, that did seem quite soft. So, alright, 4 par 4s to start. 72 overall. We've got 3 par 3s in the back. Okay. So, there's a bush blocking the tee shot. That doesn't seem very realistic. Also, probably not the kind of place you put a bench, especially if I was playing in real life. Wouldn't quite be safe. Now, these bunkers are quite different from the ones in the last hole. These have barely any depth to them at all. So it's been not really that consistent. Now, I say if I drive this too far, I'll be stuck with a pitch, and I'm terrible at pitching, so I'll probably go 3-wood or 2-wood. Let's see what happens. Alright. It's down there about 285. Should leave a wedge in. So, yeah. So about 10 miles an hour probably. Yeah. So probably 136 lofted up quite a bit. That might get us there. Bit of slope here in the fairway. The bunkers here kind of cutting into the light rough. Not the end of the world, definitely, and sometimes it's pulled off pretty well. But with those grasses nearby, it's looking a little bit kind of uncared for. The course looks like it's being a little bit overrun here by the foliage, so it might need a bit of cleaning up, or just to start with the plants and grasses turned down at the beginning. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, that went straight left. That doesn't happen very often to me. Okay. I think I downswing too hard. Pretty flat. Much better green here in terms of sloping. More fair pin. So we're playing 175 greens. Let's see here if we can make this one. Nope. Too much. Yeah. Too much break. Alright. Fourth hole. Fourth of 4 par 4 start. That's a reachable one, maybe. Oh, no, it isn't. It's uphill a bit here. Very narrow again. Yeah, with this wind, there's really nothing in play. I guess maybe if it was downwind, you could reach it. Anyways, with this wind, I should be able to just kind of get it up there in the fairway and then flop it on. Kind of makes it a pretty easy birdie hole. So we have 34. Give it about 30. See, not much wind, so it flops. Let's see what happens. Alright. That house in the back there looked like it was sort of cut off from the rest of the world as well. I guess these realism things are, just nitpicks. They don't really matter whether it's approved or not approved course. It's just nitpicks, just for immersion, I guess, more than anything. This bunker is definitely a different theme than some of the other ones. Now, they're really hard to pull off when they're that big if you're not really experienced with the elevation tools. So this probably could be done a bit better. It's a bit of a strange hole. It's just a straightaway long hole. We'll see how the approach is. There's been a few blind shots so far where there really there's no strategic improvement by it being a blind shot. It just looks like the auto-generated terrain has been used and not really shaped very much. I might be wrong, but certainly on a real course, you'd like to be able to see a little bit more around you. It does feel very kind of narrow and confined when you're here. I should be able to get this down far enough to be able to flop again, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe not. It could be a 268. Yeah, pitching wedge. Oh, even a gap wedge. This one's going to explode forward. Now, this is a tough pin for sure. And the further I go to the left, or to the right of the pin, the worse it will be. Not quite the kind of pin position you'd want on a 3-shot par 5, I think. Maybe on a reachable par 5, but this really is tricky. And I don't know if you can hold it, but we'll see. I'll try to just trickle it down there. not great. It was mostly my fault. I aimed that way too far to the left. Alright, uphill putt. Uphill. Shouldn't break too much, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Nice. Alright, 3 under through 5. Seeing some more of these houses. Okay, so here we're going over this body of water here. But one thing that doesn't seem immediately clear is how would you cross that body of water? Is there a bridge? With PS, it's really hard to be able to tell. But, okay, you could go out here. Fair enough. Okay. Right. This is a better bunker. It's not a great bunker, but it's definitely a better bunker. Now, from the tee, it looks okay. The lighting kind of sort of blurs everything together, and that's just probably because the PlayStation doesn't have quite the same graphics capabilities as the PC, but does everything sort of seems a bit blurred together. I'm lucky that stayed in the fairway. Alright, so we got about 7, so 128 minus about 124, so I feel that this should be pretty close. If I hit it right, that's not bad. That should be pretty good, I think. Alright. So I think this is the first par 3. 206 to 196, 194. Because of the way that where the pin is, I don't think this would be enough. And that would be too much. I'm kind of stuck in between clubs here. Pin is very close to the slope. That's borderline. It's not too bad. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Lob wedge would be enough? No, probably not. That's gotta go. Oh, lucky. Lucky. And... Alright. So uphill tee shot is one of the nicer tee shots so far, definitely. The way the fairway is framed is kind of nice. The fence is a bit better done. The path is a little uneven, but not bad. Still some strange houses all around. I'm not sure if anyone would want to live in that house. Maybe you may get smashed around a bit, but see, that's really fast. It's really, really fast. Okay. This is a tough one because it's like 158, it's 168, say, with the wind. So loft up a lot, probably still be too far because it's a bit down and it's hard to. Oh. Yeah, this game has such a bias towards shots going to the right. Okay, that's going to be a tricky putt. Nice. Yeah, again, this is a bit of a nicer view. So we've got a split fairway. Those rocks in the water are definitely some of the more natural looking rocks to us, although I don't know if maybe it would probably block out your approach shot, which isn't great. And looks like you really do have to lay back quite a bit off the tee. There's no option to use driver. That might even be too much. Oh no, it's okay. 283, not really reachable. I wouldn't, well, I guess we got right to the edge of the fairway, it might be reachable. So, because it isn't, I think I'll send it out over here somewhere. I can flop out for an easy birdie. So lob wedge. Oh God. Okay. Par 3. Yeah, it's 205. I don't know if this will carry enough. Yeah, well, it's just a really bad shot. You might be able to putt this one. Not much break. Yeah, no break at all, really. All right. So the second fairway that's had or a second par 5 that's had a split fairway like this. And these bunkers, that bunker there definitely is just like a stock bunker that's been placed down. I don't think it's been really had anything done to it. I think this one I might be able to use driver, but probably this will be too far. That's terrible. Must be right in the bunker. Yeah, that's absolutely horrible. I don't think I can even carry the. Maybe with one iron I can carry it. I don't know. No, that's pretty bad. Okay. Yeah. One. That's uphill, isn't it? Okay. 115, 105.